Hey guys, welcome back to Vivant with Dana, and welcome to my Millennials for Christ series. This series is just about being honest and sharing the testimonies that God has given us in our lives. Testimonies about what He's done for us, and even to share with one another our weak moments, even the situations that we may be in now, and how the world is, and the state of how everything is so different than how it used to be. There's no love in this world, as we've seen. And today, I want to reflect on something, and I want to share with you my testimony of what I realized over this past few weeks. Actually, since the beginning of the week. Yes, what I've realized this week is that even though you're older, and even though you get older, you may be 17, 18, 16, 14, 15. Even though you know that you're getting older, and by government law, when you reach a certain age, certain benefits gets cut off, and legally you're considered a young adult. You can sign your own documents, you could do all that stuff. And I'm not going to lie to you, it is overwhelming to think of that thought. No, but I still realize that that's something that I have to do, but it is overwhelming to think that one day, that's what life is going to be about. And even now, I'll use myself as an example. I'm 17 years old, and someone told me that usually when you're 17, you think that you're supposed to be independent, you need to provide for yourself, and that's all true. That is something that is very true. Because when you're 17, you're aware now that you need to be responsible. You need to find what your purpose is in life. You need to know what you want to do specifically. Maybe not specifically, but at least have an idea and to pursue that. But what if you are skilled, and what if you know so many things, and what if you feel like you know so much but you don't know how to compile everything together? And I'm not gonna lie, that's where I am right now. Because it's not that I don't know what my purpose is or what I truly want to do. Is that when you know so much, and when you have learned so much in courses and classes and experience in life, you don't know how to compile everything together. And if you can relate to that, please put that in the comments box, and let's just be honest with one another. But what I realize is that age is just a number. Because even when you get older, you still have those worries. And even when you are younger, you're still exposed to how the world is. But just know that today, this very day, no one is telling you that you have to say out of nowhere, oh, I want to be a doctor, I want to be an Olympian, I want to be a nurse, I want to be this and that. Find something that you would never get tired of. And each day work towards a goal. Either if you're working towards doing a bake sale, working towards accomplishing your studies, working towards being a better person. Each day make strides. For we know what we do. We know that we at times can be stubborn. We at times can be disrespectful to our parents. I've had my fair share of doing that, and it's something that we at first don't realize that we're doing until we're corrected, and then we truly see, and then we sink in and feel like the worst persons in the world. And I realize that even though we're corrected, and even though we are told that life is real and that we need to stop playing around, I realized that that is so true, and that it is important that we as young people and from all ages, that we commune with one another, that we be honest with one another, that we help one another. Because each and every day, someone is contemplating suicide, someone is being bullied, someone is feeling like they're not good enough or pretty enough, or that they can't do anything, and that is completely not true. Because I myself in my adolescent life have been in school, real school with other kids, and I it was good and bad. I took the good and bad out of it, and I learned so many things, and I realized that everyone is different, but that doesn't mean that everyone doesn't desire the same thing. Everyone desires to be loved. Everyone desires to be successful. But the main thing to do that is to first take responsibility for what we do today. If you've been disrespectful to your parents, take responsibility for that. Because what I've realized is that that same parent that you love, that you disrespect, is not going to be around forever. So that is my message today, is to take responsibility. Because I learned that today, that even though you may have made a decision, and even though we may have some ideas at times, it doesn't mean that that is the plan. That doesn't mean that that is what you should do. That is why talking to God and asking for his advice and going to him as our counselor is the best option. And that's something that I've realized, that's what gives me comfort each and every day to strive and to become a better me, because in order to find your purpose, you first have to find yourself and to become a better you, and to let go of that old mindset of, it's too much work and everything, and all of what I'm speaking of, it's based off experience, and it's based off the attitude that I've had and still have at times, and I'm grateful, and I feel good to finally admit that, because sometimes I feel that when you admit bad stuff about yourself, then sometimes that's probably who you really are, but it's our flesh. It's something that is a part of us. But the main thing is to realize that, hey, God allowed you to be alive. He allowed you to have a family that loves you, even though you may think that they nag on you. They care about you, because when you go out there in the real world, not everyone is going to hold your hand, and not everyone is going to be right beside you. So that's why this video is specifically for the word responsibility today. Responsibility, that is the start of finding your purpose. That is the start of becoming a better you. And that is the start of me becoming a better me. Because when you identify what is bothering you, I feel that that's when you get help. So by taking responsibility for your actions and what you have done, and no longer feeling bad for it, but knowing that you have the opportunity to change your reality into something better than what it is at this point, then that's a road that I'm willing to travel on. That's a road that I'm willing to stay on, and to don't keep looking back to the other road, and to just stay on this one. And I pray that that is a road that you would want to get onto as well. Because we're all young. We all have our views on how the world should be, and why is the world so evil, and why are people doing mean things and horrible things to one another. But it's important that us millennials, us young people, to encourage one another, to pull each other through these drastic times. For each and every one of us live different lives. But the main thing is that by having the support of a community that gives us the courage to keep going no matter what. And that's what this new Millennials for Christ series is about. It's talking about issues that happens in our lives, and the Holy Spirit will give us the solutions to how to solve them. And that is the beautiful thing about this. Because when we all commune together, God's Holy Spirit will come. But the main thing is for our minds and our spirits to be free. Let go of that old baggage. Let go of the mistakes that you made the day before. Forgive yourself for it. And know that God saved you and allowed you to be alive today. So we need to make good on that. Can I have your word for it? Are you with me in this? Let's be better people together. For there's too many separations, too many calamities in the world for us to be separated now. For God is with us, and He will guide us through this life. He's with us every single day, for He never leaves us. We are the ones who abandons Him. But I want to thank you for coming on to this beautiful journey. And whatever situations that you may be in your life right now, please put that in the comments box and let's talk about that. For we can talk about whatever topics you want to discuss. For that is what we as God's people and we as millennials need to start to do. To talk to fellow millennials, encourage one another. For we are the future of this world. We are the ones that God is calling out to be His people. And I want to thank you once again for joining me today. And please subscribe for more videos. And please comment in the comments box and tell me and describe to me what this video meant for you and what you would like to talk about next. For this is a community place where millennials can discuss important topics and situations that happens in their lives. For God is with you no matter what. He's with me, I know it. And He'll guide us each and every day. Even if you feel like you don't know what your purpose is. Ask Him and He will show you. Thank you guys and have a wonderful day.